Hi everyone, this is me Kola, and today, right now, you're seeing me this way because I'm almost so close to crying, and I don't know, like, today was a bad day. It wasn't a bad day until that something happened, and just want to talk about this. So, I have gone out, I mean, it was my outing day today with my mum and my sister. I went out as myself, you know, this is how I went out. I was all like feeling it, I was fine with it, like, the only thing is because last night I did not have enough sleep, so I had really bad eye bags, and that's why I put some concealer over here, okay, and I put eyeliner. And I had a bad hair day for some reason. I really had a bad hair day. Look at this. Like, what is this? Like, they, what is this? You know, such a there mess everywhere. Like, my hairs are not meant listening to me. I normally don't straighten my hair. I don't comb them. But today they were not listening at all. Even though I put some oil or ointment in it, but it's still like that's not. And it actually calmed down. It was really bad. As you can see in this clip, it was really bad. I have been out today, but I have a bad hair day, unfortunately. You know, yeah, like I don't know. Maybe I need to buy some hair ointment or something.
Maybe shave your head off.
Hair oil, basically. That's what I'm gonna get.
Shave it off.
Yup. Shave it off. I'll still look feminine enough, even if I shave it off. Doesn't matter.
I imagine your bald head.
Yeah, whatever. And anyway, sorry, since I started losing my weight, I have noticed my hairline is looking more and more prominent. Because when I had a weight gain, when I was like good weight size, my hairline never used to look that big, but now it's looking more bigger than it used to, as you can see. Okay, guys. And my hairs are falling in like wrong silly places. I don't know. That's something I'm struggling with right now. And a lot of weight has gone off from my cheeks as well since I started losing weight. So my cheeks are looking more bonier, basically. Not fuller, but bony. I was wearing this, obviously, masculine clothing, but I never used to like have a problem with masculine clothing. That's my style. Like, I mostly feel comfortable wearing shirts and jeans. That's it. I had a really okay day throughout the shopping center that we went to, but on our way back we went to get something to eat. It was like a fast food shop, basically. I went there with my mom and my sister. I ordered the food for them at the counter. So the thing is, it wasn't like a restaurant because it's a fast food, so they have to call you when your food is ready and you have to come and collect that food from the counter. So we found a table which was away from the counter, and then when our number came up, I went to the counter to collect the food, and this guy, he asked me, are you trans? And I was so shocked. He asked me, are you trans? I did not know what to say to him because, first of all, it's none of their business to ask why and who and what, all that, because I just want to mind my own business. I just want to have the burger. His job is to give me the burgers that I ordered, and just, I can take them to my table. That's all. But no, instead, he was handing in the tray to me, and then he asked me, are you trans? And, all of a sudden I felt like, whoa, my life flashed before my eyes. I felt like this is the end, literally, like. But when he asked me that, I didn't even take a second, maybe. Like, for example, he asked me, like, are you trans? And I was like, no. And then I took the tray, was like, okay, no. That's all I did, like, no. And then I moved. And, when I said no to him, he like, no. I was like, no. And then I took the food away from him. But later on, when I moved away from the counter, obviously I was so panicked from inside, and I was feeling like, my God, my effort and my transition, like my mood has gone down literally. I couldn't enjoy the food after that. And I felt sorry for my mom and my sister because I was with them and I'm supposed to be cheerful and all that, but I couldn't maintain that cheerfulness later on. It ultimately like made me nervous. Am I looking very clockable? Like, what about if he can tell, then other people can tell. So I was really embarrassed to even be there. I just wanted to go home. That's all. I just wanted to go home, you know. And I'm not that sensitive person, but I don't get misgendered or I don't get clocked very often. Yeah. As I said to you, like throughout my transition, and it's been like almost 10 years of my transition, and throughout my transition, I have only been clocked 3 times. 2 times were when I was very early in my transition. Third time was 2 years ago when I was at work. Again, I did not know how could somebody clock me at that time because I was glammed and everything. But anyway, and then this time at the fast food restaurant. But what I find surprising, like some people can tell that you are trans, while some people can't tell at all. Like even if you tell them, they have a shock of their life. I had people come to me and try to flirt with me as a woman and stuff without knowing that I'm trans. But then there are other people who know it like this in an instant that who I am I trans or not? I don't know. What is it? What is it? Is it because I look very butch sometimes? Like maybe there are some people who think a lot of butch looking women are also trans. They think like that. Like anything is slightly out of ordinary, slightly less feminine, and the variance in femininity, they clock it very easily, whereas some people can't. That made me question myself so much that what am I going back to the same old days when I struggled with passing along with age? Because right now I have no makeup. I was just in bed. I didn't feel like making a video because I really feel like crying today. I really felt like crying today. I wanted to let it out. I couldn't enjoy anything literally. It's boggling me. I know like a lot of people would tell me that, oh, you have only been told once if you're trans. What about other people who go through every day and deal with this type of nonsense? But whether it's once, whether it's so many times, it still hurts. And then I'm not used to it. Like for me, the confusing part is a lot of people can't tell at all. Like I would be used to it if I was like on daily basis, like couldn't pass, so I would accept it very easily. Like, okay, yeah, I am trans, like labeling myself, proud and all that. But when you are like almost living as stealth, when you are going out as stealth, then it triggers you when you get either misgender or either you get clocked by people. I felt bad about that. Is it because of my dieting that my features are maybe becoming more and more masculine? Because I always had a big jaw. I had a big jaw, like a wider jaw, because my face shape is very square type. I think no, it's not square, but it's like it's bony. Like you can see these. Like I have very chiseled jaw basically, and obviously because of the weight loss, you can see Adam's apple more clearly compared to when I did not have a weight loss. But I don't think they had a chance to see my Adam's apple to see if I'm trans. They just like this probably. And one more thing, my voice. I've noticed my voice is becoming very deeper since I started living with my parents again, because I'm not in the habit of manipulating my voice anymore like I used to. Because when I was living with my ex, I was manipulating my voice on daily basis, making it feminine on daily basis, so it was coming out very natural. Now I struggle to even like I forget sometimes that in what voice I'm talking. So that can be possibility because right now I'm using my male voice, which is my male voice anyway, and that is the type of voice I normally use. But when I go out, I normally start talking in a softer manner like this. I don't manipulate it too much, but this is like how soft I talk, when I go out. So I was talking like this. So it wasn't very feminine, it wasn't very masculine either, but it's just a softer. But maybe it's the voice, maybe it's something else, So I'm gonna go back to that voice. Yeah. It's something I can't understand. Why am I still facing it? My hairline is like really giving me problems nowadays. You can see that. You can definitely see like I don't know if hormones affecting well on me anymore or not. By the way, I went out to get something from Ansama. I shouldn't be promoting anything because I'm not getting paid for any type of promotion. But as I discussed in my last video, not the recent last video, like few videos ago, I've mentioned something about the tightness down there. I had very very much tightness down there. So I'm a pre-op trans person, so I'm not having any intimacy with anyone out there because of my tightness down there. Because when I was living probably with my ex, maybe it was a bit more tight, sorry, a bit more open, but now it's very tight, and I'm scared for this. So, and I'm scared for the tears and all that again. So I thank you for the comments, because I got a lot of supportive comments on that video, and in some of the comments they suggested me to buy something to train my muscles down there. So I bought this. It is something that has 3 different sizes, and probably I'm going to use it to train my muscles down there. That's why I went there for buying this. So when I got clocked in that fast food restaurant, I feel like, because when I was buying this, very confidently I was there in that section, and someone was buying, toys to help me, basically a dilator to help me ease that muscle down there. The woman who spoke to me, she said that, I'm the toy specialist, so you can talk to me about it. What are you looking for? So I embarrassingly spoke to her about that. I told her, but now I think like maybe she's chewing her words. Maybe she knows as well, but then she was not telling me. So what made me realize today, that is, maybe just because people are not telling you that you're trans, or they're clocking you, or they are not, misgendering you, it doesn't mean they do not know. A lot of people know it, but out of politeness, they don't tell you. So if you're transitioning, and if you're passing, don't take it for granted. Get ready. If once in a while somebody will, misgender you, or somebody will clock you, I know it hurts so much. I still feel like I want to cry about this, but what can we do? We have to live this life. We can either go crazy about it, like having so many surgeries and stuff to correct ourselves, but how many surgeries will you get? And still, if you imagine, like, even after so many surgeries, even if you get that clocked once or misgender once, even after that surgery or that many surgeries, imagine like how hurtful it will be. Like, you would be feeling like you have spent that much money and still happened. And that literally thought came in my mind, that after that many years of hormone treatment, I still get clocked. Sometimes I wish that I should have to just wake up and without have to be bothered with having makeup on or clothes on, or waiting for the good day or good hair day or something to put me down, especially my voice basically, or my hairline, or my Adam's apple, or my jawline, things like that. It's always something. You will fix something, and then people pick up on another thing. This is sad, but you got to be brave for that. You really have to deal with it and take it with a pinch of salt, basically, because I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't want to ruin myself by just going crazy on surgeries, and I can't afford them either. So what can I do? What can a person like me do? And on top of that, in the shopping center where I went for shopping, I wanted to use the loo. And again, they have locked the disabled toilet, the accessible toilets. There was no third toilet choice that I have to use. There is only male toilet and female toilet, and there is no third sex toilet. There is no gender neutral toilets, and it was a big mall. There was no gender neutral toilet, and accessible toilets were locked. So you still have to go and ask them for a key or assistant or something, make a huge drama out of it, basically. It's frustrating. Why is it? Because now UK Supreme Court is like telling you can't use female toilets as a trans person. Fair enough. Then we should be provided something for our safety as well. So we need a third space, basically. I don't feel safe to go and use male toilet, especially when I'm dressed up a little bit. It's awkward. It's embarrassing. Anyway, too many things coming up in one day. And the reason what scares me about being clocked as trans these days is because of how society is becoming nowadays, because how political condition is becoming nowadays. You don't know what type of person you're coming across and how much he hates trans, maybe. I don't know. You don't know what type of person he is. He can seriously like hurt you or something. And I felt really protective about my mom and my sister because I went out with them. I wasn't out by myself, because if I was on my own, if I was going out on my own, I would still be like taking it humorously, basically. I wouldn't mind as much. But since I went out with my mom and my sister, I don't want to jeopardize them. I don't want to jeopardize them, because imagine if somebody's thinking, yeah, I am trans, what about them? Do you think any of them are trans? Can people, because nowadays trans people can be strip searched by police to make sure they are women or trans, whatever. Imagine like if a biological woman is getting strip searched by a man thinking that she is a trans, basically. I don't want that to happen with anyone who's with me or who's anyone outside of that situation. I don't want any woman to suffer it. So I feel like now I shouldn't go out with my mom and my sister, because it took me so much courage to go out with my mom and my sisters, and it took so much courage from my mom and my sister to take me out as I am. I used to go out as a guy with them, but only recently I slowly like made them used to it, used to see me like going out as myself. But if that guy would have asked in front of them, and if somebody would have shouted anything like a slur or something like that, when I'm with my mom and my sister, I would seriously feel so bad for them, because I don't want to make them go through any bad experience at all because of me. And I don't want to embarrass them either. Like, with me, I'm transitioning, so I'm sort of used to, like, even though I'm not exactly used to it, but I'm sort of ready for things like this, kind of. But they're not at all. And I don't want to make them suffer because of me or anything. Going out and being called, oh, is your daughter or is your son is trans or something like that, or is your brother or is your sister trans? Can you imagine, like, or can you imagine if that guy would have asked in front of my mom and my sister if I'm trans or not? Like, we are literally like living in the time when we are worried for our safety. It's not just the safety, it's the embarrassment. Like, even if somebody I don't know why would they bother to even ask if you're trans. Like, why would that guy want to ask me if I'm trans? Like, why? Even if he clocks me, that's fine. If you clock me, you can clock me. But why do you have to come to me and ask me if I'm trans or not? About that. It's making you uncomfortable. Like, imagine like if you're going to somebody and asking them a very personal question. You don't even know me. It doesn't have anything to do with you. So why are you asking? Anyway, I'm not gonna go to that shop again. I'm not gonna go to that. I'm talking about the fast food restaurant. I'm not gonna go to that fast food restaurant again. I'm not gonna put concealer over here and here. Maybe because of that concealer, like, my face was looking a bit more bony or something. Or maybe because of my weight loss. But I don't want to gain weight again. I don't want to gain weight again. I'm not healthy when I have a weight on. I might look more feminine when I have a weight on, because when you have more weight on, you have bigger breasts, you have, a bit chubby cheeks, the weight goes on right places, so you become a bit more feminine. But I don't want to gain weight, because that's not my personality, that's not me. And I don't feel healthy either, having that much weight on. I don't know. Anyway, guys, have great time of your life. Don't let these type of incidents put you down. I'm with you. Don't let anything put you down. I know some of you are in terrible conditions, situations. Some of you can't start transition because of your safety concerns. Or even if some of you are thinking about maybe detransitioning, maybe, or I don't know, maybe some of you don't have enough courage to transition because of this type of political situation. You have to choose your happiness. And one more thing I can tell you, okay, and that's why a lot of time I ask you guys to change your location. Because I've noticed there are certain countries, there are certain cities and certain places where people will not clock you as much compared to other places. I'll tell you why. There are certain places where women are very feminine and they do extra makeup and everything, yeah? And then there are certain places where women they are still feminine, but they are different and they don't put that much makeup or effort on. For example, when I was in Germany, a lot of German women I've come across, especially like mature German women, they had short hairs. They don't normally put makeup on, or very minimal maybe. The whole European women basically put less makeup basically, and they have the same height almost like mine. They're not short and petite like a lot of Asian women are. So I blend in really well among them. But if I'm going to a country where women are normally like this height, or if I'm going to a city or place where there is community of certain type of people from certain ethnicity or something, where women are almost like this height mostly, and they are very petite and different types of features, then maybe I will stand out a bit more among them, and it will be easy to clock me. So always try to change the location. That's why I always ask you, like, if you don't feel comfortable, if you feel like the place where you are, you're not safe to transition, if it is not safe to transition, it's not right for you to transition, it's not comfortable for you to transition in certain places, try to move a location to somewhere where people are more in variety and you can blend in really well in certain places. Take care, have a lovely transition, and look after yourself. Be happy, even though it's difficult, but be happy. Good luck.